Okay, this one I have never done before. I saw this technique over in the Instagram world. If I can find the person before I post it, I will tag them or tell them thank you. The technique is making meatballs really juicy. Juicy ball. Anyway, they create a stock, so like their chicken fat stock or whatever, and then they gelatinize it, so using agar, make their meatballs, but then press the gelatinized stuff through, so when it cooks, these things stay in these like little nuggets of like fatty, deliciousy goodness. So I thought I'd take it like half a step across, like use the technique but go sideways. Good stuff. Good. Make a gravy, right? Into this, what I'm thinking is doing like a Swedish style meatball, but almost like their technique, which we'll talk about, but then getting something. So a little bit of this. Basically make this really intense. Right, so I'm gonna go sesame oil. And it's got a knob of butter. Right, butter's going in. So that, just bring to the simmer. So I've got some pork and beef mince. I've also got some breadcrumbs here. So normally what you would do with like proper Swedish style meatballs is you would use fresh breadcrumbs to almost make like a bit like a bread sauce mix. But I've got some of these, you know, like the terrible ones that like shows you the picture of like the golden theme. Cook that in some milk. I don't know how many. Mix that together and just let those breadcrumbs swell, you know. Steak mince. I just picked up the smallest packet. I didn't even look, to be honest. Paper, yep. And pork mince. Mix these together. Now, normally you would put like onions and garlic and all that kind of stuff for it, but I'm going to keep this pretty simple because it's going to have that mad thing through it. Breadcrumbs done. Right, we'll be back in a bit when this is reaching well. This is it. This is the gravy. There's like buttery, emulsiony, chili, sesame. Well, that's spicy. Right, it's not intense enough. I want this to almost be your seasoning. So I'm going in dark soy. And then you want to think about the balance of this, because this isn't going to change. This is going to be like an intense salty pop. It's seasoning the shies my gunter out of this. Salt, any salt will do. This is the thing about balancing flavours. You're going to get, there was so much. Do you want to put soy sauce? No, you put. Look, listen. Okay. That is, fuck, that's overflown. That is kicking. That is good, right? That on its own, too salty. Way too salty. But you wait. This hasn't got any seasoning in it. The eggs, the breadcrumbs, everything will mellow out. Think of it like a holy matrimony. You know, they're like too salty or not enough. But when they come together, it's like, flavour, baby. Right, I'm just going to look in this cupboard. Hang on. In here, I have agar. What is agar? It is agar. Agar is like a gelatine. So I'm going to put quite a bit in because I'm impatient. I want it to set hard. Mix that in. Agar gets activated by heat. So if your mix is warm, you'll start to see an instant effect. In. So there's your mix. Let these cool until they set hard. Okay. In here is my tasty jelly. I put it in the freezer because I put it in there and I forgot. The guy gets his delicious mince and then basically takes this and then kind of just like pushes it through. Maybe because I put fat in there. Maybe fat and jelly doesn't work. Always take it away from the original idea and it ends up stitching me up. Yeah, I'm not achieving anything here. Absolutely nothing. Right, I'm just going to mix it through then. It's a shame. Fuck it. Well, whatever. Right, then here is my soaked bread. This is what will give you like a really nice, moist meatball. I will do it again. I'll just go chicken stock vibes. What about failure? Failure is part of the game. I should write a musical. Imagine that. Imagine like a cooking musical. There was a boy. He was a chef. And he failed at his dishes because he didn't follow recipes. Until he met a man who could cook really well. And then we just shake these into balls. Right, I'm going to wet my hands. Balls. Here's my balls. Here's my balls. Guys, my balls collapsed. They're not going to be a meatball. But where are you? Yeah. Some noodles. They come in cubes. Look. Right, we're in action. on. All we can add. Right, heat goes in. What do we call it in my meatballs? Have gone so soft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crisp them up. You see that was I just showing my head. So I'm just going to crisp them up. My little broth thing. Crisping up the pork. Pan of water. I'm going to pop my noodles into the water. It was English. Noodles in. Crispy pork. How good is this? This is going to be brilliant. Greenery. I haven't got any green whatsoever. Broth. Look, it's almost like a gravy. Ladies and gentlemen, from disaster to something that is absolutely a masterpiece. Oh my God, it's delicious. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is really good. This noodle, oh, I need to learn how to use chopsticks. Crispy onions. Sauce is like gravy. My ethos is, if it tastes good, who cares what it fucking looks like? But also, just think outside the box. If something doesn't work as it was meant to, adapt, conquer.